He was fighting Sheila?
Dude, it was scary. He's a monster.
I'm around St. Brown. Like, how many fights do you think will be training camp this week? He was like, probably 1 to 3.
Yeah. That's what Dan Campbell said last year. He's like, I want these guys to be at the point where they're like ready to fight each other. They got guys ready to go out there and punch their teammate in the face. I love it. I love it. You think Sheila's in there throwing hands? What? In combos? Yeah.
Talking about fights, you know what I'm saying? We actually got a lot of fight stuff in the prep today.
We do, yeah.
A little fight show we got going on,
a little bit of a fight show.
But we do want to talk about the Detroit Lions, obviously, Detroit Sports Network. And there was a fight today in training camp, Spinny. Two of them,
yeah. The first one.
Okay, first one was Austin Bryant. It was initially another lineman.
Dan Skipper.
Yes, Skipper, but then it alternated to Logan Steinberg. And Steinberg went nuts.
Yeah.
He went crazy, bro.
I heard he was like running around. I heard he threw his helmet.
So I don't know if it was Sheila or a coach, but like
she was fighting Sheila?
Dude, someone small, like a small human almost was like, dude, it was scary. Dude, he's a monster. He's a human being.
Yeah.
And he takes this guy's helmet. I can't see from like the pile, but he just comes off and he just swings off this helmet. And he's just like a murderous like rampage. And luckily he got broken up. But there was definitely a smaller human in between there somewhere. I don't know if it was Sheila.
If it's Sheila, he's not at practice tomorrow. Guaranteed.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. This probably wasn't Sheila. Because he was in the very next snap.
Yeah.
So no, he definitely wasn't Sheila.
Who would you rather fight, Austin Bryant or Dan Skipper?
So I didn't get to see like what Skipper. Austin Bryant threw a sneak.
He snuck him?
Yeah, he snuck him. Yeah, because it was one of those players like, you know what I'm saying, the lineman like stiffed him and it was done, you know what I'm saying? And Austin Bryant was like,
yeah, hell yeah.
But no, I don't know, it wasn't a hell yeah after that, after fucking Steinberg got a hold of him.
Hey, man.
Tried ripping his head off. Who would I rather fight? I would rather fight Austin Bryant, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The way I saw like Steinberg on that little rampage there, whipping the helmet off.
Like, Dan Skipper's like 6'7", 320 pounds. Like,
yeah.
He's a giant human being.
No, 100%. I'm definitely not trying to fight him. Oh, everything King just walked in the studio, just almost broke the doors off. But yeah, no, it was definitely Friday. But after that, I'm around St. Brown, for bringing to tuition the fight total count that he had.
Yeah.
Because when they asked him, like I think last week, they're like, how many fights do you think will be in training camp this week? He was like, probably 1 to 3.
Yeah.
So he had a second fight today, and it was against Monty Warrior. I didn't get to see who won or who got the better of who, because obviously it's a big scuffle at that point. But I saw Amaran come out still talking his shit, throwing the ball, like being hyped.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, so it was like,
we talked about this before. Like that's what Dan Campbell said last year. He's like, I want these guys to be at the point where they're like ready to fight each other. Like you need that kind of aggression in training camp. Football, it's not a nice guy sport. It's not a go out there, play patty cake with the choir boys like the Lions have been trying to build for basically my whole life before these past couple years. So now they've got guys juiced up. They got guys ready to go out there and punch their teammate in the face. So, if you've been in that environment of like a football training camp or 2 days or something like that, things can get heated. And I'm sure, after practice, they were laughing about it. They were talking crap. There's no bad blood between these guys. They know what they are. They're in the trenches right now with each other. So it is going to take a little bit for, we need to see a little bit more control because we don't want that to bleed over into the season or even into, the preseason. But I love it. I love it. Give me this passion. Give me this aggression. It shows that these guys want it. They're out there. They need this. They're trying their hardest. So more of it, please. I want to see some hands get thrown. It's good. It's good for the team.
100%.
Obviously, it's like you don't want them literally fighting each other.
Yeah.
But getting in each other's faces, getting mad at each other, pushing, shoving matches, like that's all part of training camp. That's all part of football. And I like to hear it.
100%. I think the part that I'm most, I don't want to say impressed out of it, but I'm happy about is that it's the players governing themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was them breaking up the fights.
Yeah.
Coaches were there, you know what I'm saying, but it's obviously the players were there because they were during the play. So they're the ones breaking the stuff up, and it doesn't turn into like a big scuffle like you would saw. I think it was the Giants a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Where it just went on, and guys ended up getting hurt and stuff like that. Like I think Daniel Jones in the bottom of the pile at one point. Like it did turn into none of that stuff. Now if that was Sheila at that point, that shouldn't be a thing.
That's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But I don't think, obviously, it wasn't meant on purpose, clearly. But you gotta be careful where you're going. There's someone smaller for sure. Almost got road
You
graded.
think Sheila's in there throwing hands? What?
She
In
play
combos?
tennis.
Yeah.
Her little.
If it was Sheila, he's gone. He's not going to be a practice
Yeah, he was in the
tomorrow.
very next place. Who knows though? Dr. G just said in the chat he has actually better. I don't know if he wants to put his business out there, but I'm pretty sure he might have a little bit of a relationship with the Fords. But he said she might be with the rough stuff. So who knows?
Yeah.
She's a former competitor himself.
I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it's all a part of it. It's not like they're not fighting because they hate each other, and
Yeah.
it's just heated competition breeds stuff like that. So I'm cool with it as long as it doesn't become like what you said with the Giants, where people are getting hurt. It keeps dragging on. If it's just an explosion because of, they're going too hard at each other in practice and that aggression boils over a little bit, that's fine with me. Get it out, move on to the next play, and then we'll see you tomorrow.
100%. I do want to say too, like I was telling you about yesterday, I'm like, these guys are competing out there. Like,
Yes.
It's not. I get it's training camp, but like don't. Especially this team and how young these guys are. Every single person on this team is in this position where they have to prove themselves.
For sure.
Even Jared Goff, a guy who started in a Super Bowl, in a situation in Detroit where he got traded and tossed to the side, in a situation where he has to prove himself. Charles Harris, a situation where he has to prove himself. Amon-Ra St. Brown, probably the guy who maybe doesn't, but he still does. It's just his second year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's still a lot to him to strive for. Like this entire team, this entire roster, hungry. You know what I'm saying? So like it's everybody's competitive, every rep, and I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, I love it. You love to see it, and that breeds winning. Like, that competitive nature breeds winning. It shows, like I said, that first of all, these guys want it. They want to be the best. They want to put their best product out there at all times. And then it shows that the other guys are like, they're not about to take it. Like, we're not about to take this crap from you. We're going to go out there, and we're going to punch you in the mouth. And if you don't like it, then stop us. So I think it's great. And, again, Dan Campbell wants that kind of aggression. He wants his team to play with fuel like that. So it's good. Like I said, it's good for the team to get into things like that as long as it doesn't turn into something that happens every day or something that boils over and dudes are actually out there throwing hands because they're mad at each other. Like,
Yeah.
if it's, like I said, if it's just a crime of passion or just, the over-aggressive, they're going too hard on the reps, then it is what it is. But if they're actually throwing punches because they're mad at each other and they're trying to injure somebody, that's when it's not okay.
Yeah, Godwin and Dubuque. I don't know if I did that one right. Him and Jamar Jefferson almost went at too, but they were just, they stayed locked in a little bit. Then after, I think.
Were they fighting over who's going to be third string running back?
Jamar Jefferson looks nice.
Yeah.
Jamar Jefferson been looking nice.
Dan Campbell said he's one of the guys that took the biggest step from last year.
100%. Everything outside of I'd say the pass game, he's been. Running the football, the guy's phenomenal. I told you the one-on-one drills cooked everybody.
Yeah.
Every time he's getting an opportunity with the ball, running it, he's been looking well too. So I love it, and this is definitely the environment these coaches want, man. Deuce Staley, man, you hear him out there. Say every single rep. There's 1.2 where they had referees back there for their team drills.
Yeah.
And he's going to referees we feed you later, right? We give you 4-course meal. You're getting paid to be out here. Throw the damn flag. That's looking for some offensive interference, or whatever. But even when because you gotta move, because I don't know why they move where they play so much throughout the practice. Because I had to hop seats back from the VIP. Shout out to Dr. Detroit on that one. But back to the regular area too. But
with the commoners.
No matter where you are, you hear Deuce Staley out there.
Yeah.
Barking.
Yeah. Dude, you love it. Like we said, that kind of energy, that kind of mentality trickles down from the top. It starts with Brad Holmes, and then it trickles down to Dan Campbell, and he obviously has expressed that to his assistant coaches, and he's got guys in there that have the same kind of energy as him. Like we talked about with with Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson having that little oh, you want to be the best coordinator in Detroit sports history? Well, I'm going to be the best coordinator in Lions history. You love that stuff. That kind of competition can only bring out the best in athletes and in coaches like that. If you have someone that you're going against, you're all right, I got to be better than him. I got to be better than them every day. That will only bring out the best in you. So we see stuff like this at practice because these guys are trying to show not only for themselves and for their teammates, but for these coaches that they're tied into, for Deuce Staley, for Aubrey Pleasant, for these guys that they know has their back and they respect because they've been on that level before. So they understand how it is at practice, at camp, at things like that. So it only brings more competition throughout the team and will bring out the best in these guys at the end of the day.
100%. I like seeing that Hunter out too, man. Like, you know he's competitive. He's been a dog the entire time, and he don't care. He got done. Like I said, he got done with the fight, whatever. Because I couldn't see what went down in the pile or whatever. But when he was done, he was still talking his shit, waving his hands like, "Let's go!" Like.